Welcome to this week's edition of the OCU Athletics Update. I'm Andrew Himes, and this week we're talking to Superstar Athlete of the Week, Lily LaVelle, and baseball coach, Denney Crabaugh. This week's Superstar Athlete of the Week is senior Lily LaVelle. She recorded a school record 19 strikeouts against West Texas A&M on March 6th. She is 9-1 on the season, a 1.04 earned run average, and 135 strikeouts on the year. And Lily, we'll start with that 19 strikeout performance against West Texas A&M. What goes into that? What are you thinking during that game?
Honestly, I'm not thinking about the number of strikeouts. And we walked in that game and we were a little nervous. You know, they're D2. It's the highest we've played since really we've been here. And, you know, we went in there a little bit nervous, a little bit scared. And, you know, we just kind of had to settle down. And, I mean, it was a team effort. You know, if I didn't have the team behind me, then I wouldn't feel as comfortable as I do throwing.
You've been named the Sooner Athletic Conference Pitcher of the Week 3 straight weeks to start this season off, and I believe that's number 7 for your career. What do those accomplishments mean to you?
It means a lot. It's always an honor to get recognized for, you know, what you've been doing, all your accomplishments. So, I mean, it's definitely nice to see, but I kind of feel like sometimes it kind of goes to my head, and I need to be humbled a little bit sometimes. So, I mean, it's definitely an honor.
What do you hope to accomplish in this your senior season?
National championship, of course. You know, I've been here 4 years and haven't got one yet. Closest I've been is, you know, runners-up. So I'm ready to get that ring.
You say you've been here 4 years. What have you worked on? What have you improved upon during your time here at OCU?
I would say the main thing I've worked on is probably the mental aspect of my game. You know, I've had to work on slowing the game down a lot and, you know, controlling my temper sometimes, and you know, and then just fundamentals every day.
We've talked before about your coaching at Edmond North. How's that going?
Great. I'm actually looking to get hired there as soon as I graduate. You know, the whole process is going right now, and they're wanting me to be an assistant coach there next year. So I'm looking forward to that.
What's your major?
Kinesiology.
How did you decide to do that?
I really don't know. I guess I wanted to be a coach after GAing with, you know, Birch Creek after I graduated with the middle school, and then, you know, Edmond North. It helped me decide what I really wanted to do.
All right, we've been talking to Superstar Athlete of the Week, Lily LaVelle. Stars in action against Houston Tillotson on Thursday. You can keep up with their progress on OCUsports.com.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at NAIA.org.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we've got baseball coach Denney Crabaugh. Stars are 19-5 on the season, 10-1 in Sooner Athletic Conference play. And Coach, you're 19-5. Your thoughts on the season so far?
It's been kind of a strange season. We've won, but we haven't really played good and put it all together again. I think our pitching has been fairly good all year. Our hitting has been really good in spots, but you know, the loss last night, I mean, we had 17 hits and lost, and, you know, a lot of times we sit there and our hits don't come when we need them, when we got runners on base, and a lot of times our hits are coming with 2 outs. But I'm still really confident. I mean, we're 10-1 in the conference. We're leading the conference, so we just still have the destiny in our own hands, so I'm looking forward to it. We just got to start getting it together.
You've had 2 guys this year win Player of the Week in the conference, Dane Phillips earlier in the year and Cale Gayden this week, and several players hitting over .345 for the season. Who've been some of your key contributors at the plate?
Well, you can start with Miguel Beltran. He's been the most consistent all year long. I think he's still leading us in hitting, and he's been a guy that's just gone out there and gotten it done pretty much on a daily basis. Of Chris Munoz is another guy who's stayed up there in the top of the averages and all year long and has done well. And surprisingly, they're really hitting good. I mean, with all the left-handed hitters we have, we're facing a lot of left-handed pitching, and our left-handed hitters are really hitting their left-handers really good. So, you know, we're not where we want to be offensively hitting. I mean, you say over 340. To me, 340 is the Mendoza line in NAIA baseball. We're used to having team batting averages in the 360s and 380s, and we're right around 330 or 320 right now. So I know we're better than that. We just got to get consistent with our approaches at the plate.
How about defensively? Who have been some of your consistent guys in the field?
Well, Brian Fisher, a second baseman, he's a former Gold Glove guy for the conference, and he's been steady day in and day out. And he's a guy that when it's a tough situation, you sit there and please hit it to Brian because he's been really good. And outfield-wise, Cody Farrell, our center fielder, has covered a lot of ground, done a lot of good, and Chad Carman, he was the NAIA Gold Glove catcher last year. He's still as good as there is around.
How about your pitching staff? You've had several guys that have had to go the distance a couple times. Rich Hawkins in his first 5 starts went complete games, all 5 of them, and just in his last one didn't finish it out. He's 5-1. Blake Schwartz is 5-0. Talk about your pitching staff.
Well, I think our starting pitching has done real well. The complete games, I'm not real happy with Rich having 5 complete games his first 5 starts, but a lot of that was due to injuries. We had 3 or 4 pitchers that were on the DL at the time, and it's like, okay, seeing the 7th kid or seeing the 9th, and we've had to push them a lot more than I really wanted to earlier this year, but it's been out of necessity. Good news, Ryan Gibson, Jared Pepper, Kyle Lacey, all of them are starting off their way back and have been throwing a little bit, so they're going to take a little pressure off those guys. But those 2 are the guys at the top of our pitching rotation that we've given them the ball and we feel pretty good about our chances of winning that day, and they've shown it so far.
Has anyone surprised you with their performance this year?
Pitching-wise, I mean, Davis Henderson, we picked him up at the break, has been outstanding. He really took up a lot of slack when we had these other guys down, and I don't know where we'd be right now without him. He's been really good for us. Will Patrigo, a redshirt freshman's come in, and we weren't expecting a whole lot, and he's really just come in and got the job done. I think he had 4 strikeouts yesterday and a couple of innings pitched and throwing well. You know, as far as surprises, the other ones are pretty much doing what we thought they would do and what they're capable of. Some are underachieving just a little bit, but all in all, those guys are the guys where you just stick it in my mind that just like, wow.
About at the halfway point of the season now, what are your expectations for this next half of the season?
I expect us to start getting it in gear and get more consistent and keep winning ball games because that's what we do. And I expect us to be at the top of the SAC conference standings when it's all said and done. #1 seed in the tournament, be #1 seed in the opening round tournament and win that and go to Liston and win a national championship. I mean, my goals and expectations for this team has not changed, and I don't think it has for any of our guys either. If it has, then they don't need to be on the team. But I think we're getting primed. I mean, obviously you don't want to be playing your best baseball in 1st of March. But if we keep building and building and building, I think we're going to have a team that's going to compete for it all at the end.
What do you look for in a prospective student athlete?
Obviously, physical skills and talents are a big part of it. We've got to recruit people who are going to be able to play good enough to get us to the national tournament and give us a chance to win national championships. That's what we look for. And then the other things make the difference, the character issues. Look for guys with good character. Look for guys, obviously at this school, you need guys that are going to be able to go to class and make grades. So we look for the well-rounded guy, and hopefully get a guy like a Chad Carman who's a 4.0 student, honors everything, and is already graduated and working on his MBA, and he's an All-American to boot. You know, then you get a bunch of those, that's gold, but those don't come around that often. But those are the type of guys that we try to get. Of course, everybody else trying to get those same type of guys as well, because it's just too expensive to scholarships and stuff to waste on somebody who's not going to go to class, not going to make the grades, because that's the first prerequisite. They have to be eligible.
All right, we've been talking to OCU baseball coach Denney Crabaugh. Stars #1 ranked in the country, 19-5 on the year. They wrap up a 3-game season series with Southern Nazarene on Tuesday night, and then a doubleheader at Jim Wade Stadium against Briar Cliff on Saturday. That's it for this week's edition of the OCU Athletics Update. Check back every week for all the latest in OCU sports.